Welcome back. In June, top business, government, and academic leaders from around the country will gather at Ford Field to discuss America's future in the global economy. The National Summit is being convened by the Detroit Economic Club. Joining us now is the woman behind it all, Detroit Economic Club President Beth Chappell.
Welcome, Beth.
Thank you, Nolan. Hi, Debbie. Great to be here.
Beth, great to have you.
Well, the registration forms went out this week for your National Economic Summit. It's June 19th, 20th?
June 15th to 17th.
15th through 17th. What are you looking to accomplish, and who are you expecting to come?
Well, what we're looking to accomplish is to have a dialogue, cross-industry, cross-country, gathering of senior business, government, academic, and other leaders right here in Michigan, specifically right here in Michigan at Ford Field. And the timing in June is no accident. We hoped and plan on having this national conversation in the early months of President Obama's administration. And what we're after is not only a dialogue. I mean, think of the Nolan, Finley, Dingell dialogue on steroids, bringing the whole country together.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, Lord have mercy. But in a very serious way, we are looking for specific inputs going into the National Summit as well as outputs. And it's really an opportunity right here in Detroit to bring the country together, asking CEOs to put their industry silos in their pockets and all of us to put our partisan politics in our pockets, if we can, for just a few days, and really focus on what we need to do as a country so that we leave our country in much better shape than it seems like we're heading right now for our kids and our grandkids.
Beth, how is this not just another conference, another summit with people talking and no outcomes, which is something that Michigan doesn't need? What are going to be the measurables from this, and who do you see as participating? And the measurables that come out of this, what's going to be done with them?
Well, let me address the measurable issue. This is not going to be just another conference. We have spent a lot of time benchmarking both nationally and globally because, I mean, none of us right now, when we started planning this, Michigan was in a one-state recession. This was some 24 months ago. Now the whole country is in a much different place. So it is really important that if people are going to come together that we have very tangible outputs. Our subject areas are technology, energy, environment, manufacturing. We have secured speakers from all over the country. We've got 40 CEOs right now who are Fortune 100-ish, if you will, who are coming to Michigan.
Some of those, by the way, from outside of Michigan.
Oh, sure. We've got the oil industries coming in a big way with Jim Mulva and ConocoPhillips. We've got a lot of healthcare CEOs coming in the form of Humana, Ascension Health, Delta Airlines, U.S. Airways, Burlington Northern, Santa Fe Railroad. So we're really looking at a cross-industry group of folks, again, to focus not in the industries of technology, energy, environment, manufacturing, but in the disciplines. I mean, we all in our businesses have an interest in energy policy for the future, environmental policy, and if you look at any of these things as a silo, you miss the point. So the outputs, as we come out of the National Summit, all participants will have an opportunity to have their voice heard through audience response technology, and we're bringing these folks together to very clearly understand what are the issues that America faces in each of these segments, technology, energy, environment, manufacturing, what is the vision for the future, and what are the policy implications that need to be addressed in order to realize the vision. So we're going to be very specific on the inputs coming in. We're going to be talking with each of our speakers to really outline what those things are from each of their individual points of view. And then we've got a great process where we're going to aggregate these voices. And perhaps most importantly, not only are we going to have very specific outputs, but we want to begin the dialogue months before the National Summit even takes place. So registration just opened this week, as Nolan pointed out earlier, for the National Summit, nationalsummit.org. With that registration, you will become part of our e-community. So over the next several months, we hope to be the repository of great content, some of the best thinking from some of the brightest people in the country in these areas. and also have the capability to do a lot of social marketing. We'll have blogs so that we can really get some of these issues that we all know are there. I mean, there's no surprise on what the issues are. It's just trying to formulate a process so that we can not only get them on the table, but give America, if you will, or the voices of business an opportunity to weigh in on priorities for our country in this new administration.
Well, Beth, we haven't heard a whole lot from CEOs or from business in this recession. They've been demonized by the economic collapse. This forum will give them a chance to talk about business's view of what it'll take to recover. Will anybody listen, or are CEOs just sort of too taboo right now to give a platform to?
Well, let's hope that the business leadership of this country is not taboo, because we are all counting on the jobs that are created as a result of that. But it certainly will. I mean, that's certainly one of the main objectives, is for business to have more of a voice, but also for people to engage in the process. And I would be very remiss if I didn't say that it's not just business CEOs. We are inviting and hope to attract a lot of very senior government officials, academic experts, subject matter experts, because to have a national conversation, you can't really live in a silo. You can't get policy action to take place if you don't have people in the room. I mean, on this show particularly, I mean, Debbie, you in particular, it's all about getting people together and trying to align around national priorities.
Well, and you're trying to get labor there as well. I
Absolutely.
mean, it's having all of the, Michigan in particular, as we're looking at a number of these national challenges, Michigan of all states, labor is a very important component of it. So it's getting all of the stakeholders, I think, at a table. And how do you make this something that's not just another conference, but something that does have measurables coming out of it?
Exactly. Labor is very, very important to this process. I would be remiss if I didn't suggest entrepreneurs. Part of what we want to accomplish is we want to celebrate innovation, so we're asking entrepreneurs and large companies to bring their cool innovations. I mean, it's going to be at Ford Field. We'll have a lot of real estate to show off all of these exciting new things that America is so well known for.
Well, Beth, thank you for joining us. We're out of time, but it certainly will put Detroit in the spotlight, and this is ground zero for America's economic trouble. So it'll be good to have the world here taking a look at what we're going through and offering some solutions. So good luck with the conference, and keep us posted.
Thanks so much. NationalSummit.org.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, Beth.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a moment.